I am a country boy at heart that loves classic cars. I love hunting. I love my beautiful wife. I love my family. And I love my company that me and Lisa created together, Coyote Classics. I love classic cars. I mean, they're just part of me. I grew up in the backseat of a 1930 Model A Roadster, rumble seat. Every Sunday we'd head in for pizza. You know, my dad loved classic cars. I was brought up around them. And I learned how to drive in a 1954 Chevy 3-speed on the tree. It was the first manual transmission that I ever, learned how to drive on. They're just awesome. I love the smell of them, love the look of them, I love the different styling of them. You know, as you go down the roads today, every car looks the same. And classic cars, they sound different, they look different, and just love them.
I have a love for classic cars. I've had that ever since I was quite young, actually. My brother that lived at home at the time when I was growing up had a lot of these classic American muscle cars. And as a young child, I just loved the look of them, the sound of them, the growl of the motor. And I would beg him to let me wash his car. And of course, a teenage brother who wouldn't want their little sister scrubbing the car. But for me, it was like this amazing piece of metal that just looked so attention grabbing. And it was just something that I always fell in love with. And then when I met Chad, he was working for his dad in a used car dealership. And I just saw some potential there. So took a little bit of convincing, but we decided that that was the direction we wanted to go. We wanted to create something that we could build for our family and for our future, and that's what we've done.
Exactly. So. Driving a classic car, you just feel everything. You feel the road, the steering is just so nice and tight. I mean, you got to be really on alert, when you're driving one of these cars. You hit the gas, the throttle response is right there, it kicks down. It's just super fun. I love the sound of it too. I've driven a lot of modern muscle, I've driven a lot of classic muscle, and there's just night and day difference. The first thing we do is we go out and try to find an amazing car to buy. Something we can purchase right and pass on to the customer at a good buy. As soon as it comes off the trailer, I personally drive each one individually, write down everything that we want to go ahead and do to it before it gets to our customer. We take it through a full check-in process. At that time, we have 2 full-time people that check all these cars in. We use the same system on every car. I don't care if it's a $100,000 car or a $5,000 car. That car gets the same things checked out on each car. We'll then go ahead and we have 3 awesome technicians that will go through these cars, fix everything that I personally put on the work ticket. Then it goes to one of the best detailing crews, I'm gonna say, in the state of Iowa. We have one of the best detailers. He buffs them, just details them, power washes for over 2 hours on the undercarriage of these cars, making sure all the salt, dirt, bird nest, mouse nest, whatever crazy things over time gets in these frames and floors. So after that process is done, then we go ahead and the car's ready for pictures and video. After the pictures and video, the car is presented, sold, and then we go ahead and do one more final checkout. We want to check it the 3rd time. So every car that we get in gets checked over technically 3 times before it gets in your garage.
The other thing that's super special is I love when a father and son come in, because the dad remembers working with his dad or his grandpa in the garage, and you get these newer vehicles now and they're nothing but computers and wires, and they're so different. You can't just like crank a wrench or something with your son and make that memory. And not only are you teaching your son a skill, or daughter, I gotta say, because I used to work with my dad under the hood as well, so I'm not going to exclude those daughters, but you just can't do that in today's vehicles. And not only are you teaching your child a skill, but you're creating that lasting memory. And so when they come in now as adults and they jump in the vehicle, they might be passing it on to their son again. So now we're 3rd generation. One thing that Chad and I have always valued very much is other people, and we want them to have the experience that we would want to have. Treat others like you'd want to be treated. Has become one of our core values, and we carry that and have continued to carry that consistently through our growth. We make all decisions based on, if we were the customer, what would we want to know, what would we want to see. And in fact, we were one of the first dealerships in our area to even establish the video of using that for ourselves, just because we wanted our customers to be able to know what they were buying. Since 90% or more of our customers never step foot into our dealership, so important for us to treat our customers right and describe exactly what they're getting so there's no surprises. But then above and beyond that, once the customer gets the car, we want them to know that we don't go away after that. We want to be in the forefront of their mind at all times. We want them to know that if they need help finding a certain part, or they need to know how to put their car away for the winter, we want them to come to us. So not only are you buying a car from Coyote Classics, but you're getting a team of experts to go along with that car for the lifetime that you own that car. And that way, when you decide you want something different in your garage, then you'll reach out to us and we can, do some trades or work out some continuous deals, but we want to build that lasting relationship with our customers.